Be back with another late trade recap. This one's about Sunday, Saturday, Friday, about 4 days late. But I can't just not make the recap. But excuse me, yeah, it was busy that day. This was last week Thursday, on the 16th of July. All right. Went to Houston this week. Got caught up. Got a bunch of shit I gotta catch up on. Yeah, I had some pretty good amount of fun. I also got some chicken cooking in the oven right now. It's about 6 minutes until the timer's up, so I gotta make this quick. Quick. Pretty informative on something that I can learn from this day, as well as just basic trade recap, and then just going over price, whatnot. But this was based off of a 3-minute IFEG to the upside, targeting equal highs, unfilled gap, and then overall just bullish move. Right, there's that 3-minute right there. So gonna go ahead and take this back all the way first off to market open, right? Market open. I believe I woke up late this day too. So wait, yeah, I woke up late this day. All right, so you can clearly tell we're just trending towards the sell side down here, right? We have this major sell side that we're trending to. Previous day we just started building low resistance to the top, and then on that daily chart, still just in this wedge pattern, you know what I mean? So it's hard to say. It's really hard to predict these markets, because who's to say we can just edge this low and then continue this wedge thing until we just eventually break out, right? But based off what structure's telling us right now, we're clearly bearish. Just add it up to this low resistance here, so it's likely that we'll take some internal, maybe even this external draw, and then come up towards this low resistance. We really don't know. We just gotta work with what we're given, right? So we have this 4-hour IFEG breaker block right there. A test of this is this the gap? Yeah, very tiny 4-hour that we respected, pushed lower out of, generating these order blocks up here. And overall, just the model is just we're aiming for the. I don't know how to explain it. Like we're trending towards this low, but like I said, since we're in that wedge pattern, I really don't know what to expect. The hourly, of course, my mouse not working again. Very bearish, huge move lower, bouncing out of this gap, give some reaction. Maybe we pop back up into discount of this range. Yes, we do, or premium. Sorry, sweeping this high inside this gap, continuing to respect that, inverse this gap, break a structure, CISD, all that good stuff. Pull back, right? Once you retest this gap down here, pull back into this gap, push lower, forming this order block, and then just overall creating this lower move, eventually inversing this 1 hour to the left, right, trending towards that sell side. And then off open, you can see that we're in another hourly gap. All right, can't really manipulate into it anymore because we're already in it. So yeah, let's go down to the lower time frame, see what we got. Really don't got much on the 15-minute, and honestly, it's just whatever, right? We do have a 4-hour that's up here, but that's not open yet because it's market open. So really, it's hard to say what I wasn't thinking anything because I fucking woke up late. But in my opinion, I just want to see some type of manipulation higher. Maybe we take this internal high and then get some structure lower, targeting. We have some relatively equal lows on here. Looks pretty nice. This is also, I believe this was a data low, which I did not know at first. We got a data low. Let's see how much. 2 minutes and a half until my chicken's ready. Fuck. We gotta make this quick. Alright, so market opens. Push higher. We generate these equal highs. It's not just on the 1 minute, by the way, it's on the hourly as well. You can see we generate these equal highs. Overall, just the manipulation higher. Really just that Judas swing that I was looking for. What I did not like about this, though, was there's that 1 minute entry model, but the 30-second looked really clean. So I would consider this 30-second to be the IFEG to take, right? Stops could really be, above this order block right there. I really don't see why not, right? You can go break even at this unfilled 5-minute down here. We just have one. Yeah, this unfilled 5-minute you can go break even at, targets the data low. Depending on where your stop is would pretty much determine if you would get break even in this or not. Like here, you could have just targeted the unfilled 5-minute and boom, that would have gotten hit, no problem, right? But if you put stop up here, right up here, then you would get break even. Okay, I'm having trouble. I don't know if I would have taken this 1 minute or what. Maybe the wait for the 5 minute. I can't tell. Because the reason why I didn't like this was that we generated equal highs. We also had a set of low resistance above. Excuse me. And then the fact that price created this failure swing, like we could have easily just stop rated this, this high real quick, taking out those equal highs and then push lower. I don't know why we didn't do that. I really don't. Price ended up just going lower. I do like the 30-minute structure here. Great break-even point. Break-even point wouldn't even be the 5 minute. It would most likely be the central low just because we have relatively equal, or not even relatively, it's exact equal highs above 45 seconds. It's whatever. I'm just let it go maybe 2 minutes over. But yeah, very obvious DOL here. And then also, I believe this low here that we have marked out is, what the fuck am I looking at? Never mind. Forget what I was just thinking. I don't know what I was thinking of. Yeah, I was thinking of something else, some other bullshit, but wait a minute. Was this? Okay, I don't think so. Never mind. But anyways, yeah, overall, this is the higher time frame DOL. That's what I'm looking for, right? Let's see if this plays out. Let me see. Yeah, so that does end up playing out all the way down here. There goes my timer. Let's make this very quick. So now that initial trade play out, I'm just quickly go over what I think is good about it. Honestly, everything is good about it, just for the fact that we fucking, dude, I hate the fact that we made equal highs here. If we didn't make equal highs there, boy, that would have been a different story. This would have been trade of the month, bro. But we did hit premium of this range, right? We delivered this range. Did we? See, we did. So yeah, that would be our new range right there. So we did go into premium there, so that's pretty good. Literally everything is perfect about this except for the entry model. That's about it. Hit the sell side. I'm not sure what this is down here. It's gotta be from something else. I don't know, or probably from the new week. What else? So once we come down, we really don't get much of an entry model here. Price kind of just chops up. We do end up getting this 5 minute. I didn't want like this 5 minute. I'd like to see more structure, maybe a continuation. That would be more ideal for me. If we're just kind of far out from the move lower, right? And then if we're just entering off this from the protected low, that's 144 points. So we want to wait for another manipulation, so we can then have, if we take entries like right here, we can have our stop being around 60 points, which is still not, I don't know, depends on. Every day is different, bro. Volume's always different, so it's hard to really say how much points you really want. It's not really a set amount with what's good and what's bad. It's just, it depends if your stop is protected or not, right? But we do give longs here on the higher time frame. We're still waiting for good structure, though. Coming here, really just looking to target these equal highs up here. This low resistance, the unfilled 4 hour. There's also an unfilled 15 minute. And then, yeah, we just get a big move off this. So pretty much kind of looking also to rebalance this leg. All right. Now that we got that, we opened up a 5 minute here and here. I really wanted to see this discounted one to get hit. Another thing that happened is we had this 5 minute, or not 5 minute, this 15 minute BPR get inverse. Great bullish sign, right? That's pretty much what all the good stuff I want to see happen before I take a long, right? I wanted low resistance to get formed here before we got a pullback. We ended up putting a jagged high, making this technically a protected high. It's not really protecting much, but I mean, it's just, I want more low resistance. So, but we did put in a set of equal highs right there. So then I figured, there's a great break-even point, pretty good target. I like this. Pull back into the 5 minute. Now, here's the thing I don't like about this trade. Yes, we get a 1 minute. I think around right here. I would have taken this if we hit the discount one, but the fact that, let's see, my tool's not popping up. All right, from this low up until here, because there's no rebalance really. We had OTE resting just below this discounted 5 minute. We have a set of equal lows here. I would have loved to see this get hit. I would have lost the fuck out of that. it got interrupted, but I would have longed the shit out of that. And then, what else? I guess since we didn't get that, I don't think we had a 2 minute or anything, yeah. But we do have this 3 minutes, so that's pretty much what I waited for. Boom, got that. We were really close to these equal highs up here, so didn't want to go break even once we swapped that. Really just wanted to wait for this internal high right there to get hit, and then go break even. Was I chasing an entry? Kind of, I would say. We didn't really, I mean, we had the manipulation, it just wasn't as protected as I would like. I had my stop below at this order block just because I felt like this was a really good break-even point and that we should, 100% sweep that shit. Boom, death candle here. I thought it was over. The trade got revived back up. And then we just ended up chopping, and then a boom, big spike through. And then the fact that we were just chopping here without taking this out, the biggest sign to go break even once we hit that. So went break even, and then saved this from a loss. Although got switched over to Alpha Trader from Tradeovate, alright, because the big scandal that went on, and I didn't know I had to fucking confirm my stop loss. So I ended up losing about 170 on each of my accounts. Not really ideal. It's damn near half a fucking loss, right? Half size loss. It's whatever. We learned technical error. It's fine. Got break even on this. Managed everything perfectly. Was kind of looking for a long after this, but yeah, we never know. We almost got a 4 minute, 3 minute, and a 2 minute close, and I'm getting a call. Fucking shit. Keep getting interrupted, bro. Never ended up getting it. I like this because we delivered exactly what I wanted to from, and we still left equal highs up here, and we had not the best low resistance, but yeah, it looked tradable. But yeah, anyways, to go back to review everything, we have obvious bearish market structure. We have the DOLs, data low, high time frame low, and off open, run up, get the Judas swing. We're already kind of in that hourly, so we didn't really manipulate into anything too much besides just taking out this internal high. Got the Judas swing. Everything was perfect except that we made equal highs. But one thing I can learn from this is, I mean, I didn't know there was a data low, so that's a really good DOL, especially with this higher time frame target here. So this is, I mean, it's not like, I don't know. We didn't make equal highs at like a key level or anything like that. It's just a random set of equal highs. But yeah, just considering that the DOL is so strong here, this is much more stronger than just this random set of equal highs. And then so we had a 5 minute below, we had some decent LRLR, hard time frame structure, data low, everything, yeah, all that good stuff. Likely would have been break even, but yeah, that's a pretty good setup, just pretty risky in my opinion. And then when we run lower, get a push back higher, resweep, manipulate again, push back higher, give a 5 minute. I don't like the 5 minute. Wanted to wait for something more cleaner. And it came to a halt here, pulled back into this premium 5 minute. Would have loved, like I said, if we just hit this, that would have been perfect. We didn't do that, so I settled for a more safer entry, which was the 3 minute. Ended up getting filled up here. Pretty good exact fill, I believe so. And then really quick break even, got edged, stalled. Once we hit it, got break even, and technical difficulties made us take like a small loss, but better than an actual loss, so I'm not complaining about that. But yeah, it was some bullshit. But anyways, this was not the best setup. It's more discretional. Right? I don't know. We do have equal highs. The only reason really why I like this is because we have equal highs up here, and then we had equal highs up there. But yeah, I don't know. Pretty decent trading day. Not too mad at it. I would have stayed out if I woke up on time. I probably would have stayed out of this. Nothing else I like besides this, and yeah, got break even. So anyways, that's gonna wrap it up. I gotta go take my chicken out because that shit is probably fucking toasted. But yeah, peace.